This honestly makes the perfect change from Harrogate, Goole, Hull, etc, etc. Good morning everyone, Reese's Trains. You join me today here in Edinburgh Park, the retail park just over the road, and I'm just about to go get a snack. And today's an exciting day. We're going to take a ride on a train all the way up the Highland Mainline to Inverness, and I'm really excited for this. So, I was supposed to do this trip yesterday actually, but then... Before we go any further, let's find out what happened the previous day. I thought today, we get up early this morning, and I'm going to take quite an exciting ride up the Highland Mainline. I got into Edinburgh Park Station only to find out that my train was delayed, which I needed. And unfortunately, things made a turn for the worse. Oh, don't believe this. The 6:42 train to get up to Stirling has been cancelled. I don't believe it. Oh, that's bloody typical. So there's probably going to be no trains going out of here till later. Oh. So as you can tell from the tone of my voice, I was disappointed because I got up early and I was so looking forward to taking a ride up to Inverness. However, let me explain what happened when I got to Perth. Okay, so all of a sudden you find me in Perth, so let me explain what happened. So, the 6:42 train to Dunblane, which I needed to get to Stirling to change trains, was cancelled, so I wasn't able to make the connecting train, which was really unfortunate. So I'm going to spend some time in Perth, and I'm going to do another trip tomorrow to try and get to Inverness. Bit unfortunate, but try and look on the good side and kill some time here in Perth. Well, that's what happened. So, at least I was able to drop by Perth, which looked like a nice place. So now, let's go forward to the following day to try this again. Let's do a rerun of this, just so I can hopefully get through it properly. So, Tracy's been going on time today. I'm just about to go get a snack from the nearby Tesco, and then we'll head to the station shortly. So, without further ado, let's get going. So just very quickly, you've got the tram link here for the Edinburgh trams. Okay, there's a train about to pass, so...
Service to Dunblane, calling at Glasgow, Poland, Falkirk, Chelmston, Camelin, Barbert, Stirling, Ridgevallen, and Dunblane. This train is formed of 6 carriages.
So, from a train here, let's board. We have 385 025. Right, let's board. Right, we're on the move. This time yesterday, this service was cancelled, which was so annoying, but I've mentioned this before in my 385 review video that this interior is very much like the IET and the LNER Azuma TPE Nova 1. Just because of the interior layout and features of it, it just feels like a mini Azuma in a way. It just feels strange. That's my take on it, but anyway, onwards. Let's go to Stirling. It's Lilithgow. It's Polmont. It's Falkirk Grimston, which is a station which LNER stops at too. Here's Camelon. Going around the triangle now, as I tend to call this area. Here's Larbert. Okay, here we are at Stirling. There goes that for Dunblane. Right, so here we are at Stirling Station. So while we're waiting, we've got about 5 minutes because I'm changing trains. Let's quickly go over the station. So you've got 7 platforms here. I didn't expect there'd be that number of platforms for this station. You've got some waiting areas, the whole line's electrified. It's an interesting station. You've got ScotRail, LNER, call here, services to London King's Cross, and managed by ScotRail. Right, so the next train we're going to be getting is the 0734 ScotRail service to Inverness, and see what it is, and then we will head north. And here is my train. It's a Turbo Star 17433. Right, I'm on board this Turbo Star, and I will say it pretty much has the same interior as it does on Northern, so it definitely feels like riding with Northern again in a way, but I'm going to sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's head up to the Highlands. There's Dunblane, that's units that just terminated. At the moment we'll be exiting the electric wires. And we're out. Right, so while we're making steady progress, let's have a look at this particular Turbo Star. So I'm currently sat on a table seat, which is obviously what I've allocated. So, I say I like the table seats. So, yeah, the interior is very much reminds me of Northern, because I'm so used to Northern. I go on Northern all the time. The views outside the window so far, going up towards Perth, are just lovely. Not far off as good as Seltz Carlisle, to be honest, but this time on a Turbo Star, you know, as I'm so used to going over bridges and viaducts, especially from Hull and going along Harrogate as well. So this is a nice little change on the Turbo Star. So again, like I said, with Northerns, the screens, the information screens are still completely original. So yeah, it makes riding the Turbo Star more enjoyable. So yeah, just gonna sit around now and then we'll wait to come to Perth shortly. Here's Perth. After a couple of minutes, we are leaving Perth and now onto the Highland Mainline. Just under 20 minutes later, we arrive at our next stop of Dunkeld and Burnham. We arrive at our next stop of Pitlochry. Just under 10 minutes later, we arrive at Blair Atoll, and after Blair Atoll, the scenery gets pretty nice. As we're going through the beautiful scenery, we make a stop at Dalwhinnie in the Highlands. As we progress into the Highlands, I am wowed by the stunning scenery up here. It's amazing. Just under 10 minutes later, we arrive at Newtonmore. Just under 5 minutes later, we are already pulling into Kingussie. Just under 10 minutes later, we arrive at Aviemore Station, our last stop before Inverness. As we were passing Carbridge, I felt at this point this is one of the best train journeys I have taken. I feel absolutely happy. Oh, I'm just feeling absolutely ecstatic. This is 1, the best Turbo Star ride I've ever been on. 2, the best train ride I've ever been on. And 3, so far, the most scenic route, even better than the Settles Carlisle Railway. I mean, this honestly makes the perfect change from Harrogate, Goole, Hull, etc, etc. I remember when the journey with the Turbo starts when we started, when some of the ScotRail units moved to Northern, and here we are. I finally got to ride pretty much the perfect train ride. So yeah, so here we are. Now the last leg to Inverness. I've never been any happier, so after such an amazing train journey, we finally arrive into Inverness. However, something interesting happened before I got off the train. The doors locked before I could get off the train. I panicked there for a second because the conductor has locked the doors on me, so I'm stuck inside this Turbo Star. But it'll let me out in a minute, just connecting unit, so... Oh. I honestly thought for a second we were going to go into some form of siding. Well, this is going to be interesting. Right, so here we are at Inverness, and wow, that was probably the best train ride I've had on a Turbo Star. Wow, unbelievable. Look at this. It's nice up here in Inverness. Okay, for the first time in my life, I have made it to Inverness, and oh, the sun's getting in my face, but the scenery is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous up here, and I see why Scotland's lovely, and it's a lovely place. So, you're going to be asking me, is this route, in my opinion, better than Settle to Carlisle that I reviewed October last year? Yes, it is. The hills, the scenery, even though a lot of trees, it's still unbelievably beautiful. And I wouldn't have expected to be on a Turbo Star with such beautiful scenery, so... Oh, I mean, I'm absolutely ecstatic from it. It's the best train ride I've definitely taken in a long time. So, and now I'm here in Inverness. I'm going to have a look around and really take it all in. I'm going to round off the video here. I hope you enjoyed this ride along the Highland Mainline on the Turbo Star all the way up to Inverness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Have you been up it? What are your thoughts on it? Feel free to let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, I have made it to Inverness. I mean,